right? Like you can just.
I wonder what it's like for moss, because there is for plants. I don't know if it includes moss. Peat moss.
I think this is like this another one. This one is like a hair. It's longer and like.
Well, this is the thing I was like thinking. I was like, some of these are really easy to spot, and
Yeah.
some of them are not. Like these ones that are really long. I know I've seen it in here. Oh, here they are.
There you go.
This one here with the really long one right here, it's called the three-toothed whip liverwort. So it's a liverwort, it's not a moss. That's what we learned today. Okay, well they grow on tree trunks at the base of the tree. That's where this one is growing over here. So it's really long. You guys see those really long? Oh, I pulled one off. Look at how long it is. And it's growing on top of the tree in another moss. So it's actually liverwort, and it overlaps each other, and its characteristics is it's very long with 3 tooth. Yeah, really cool. What's it say? A smaller leaf overlaps the other one on the other side and 2 small notches on each. Well, I'm just going by the picture and what it looks like, but when you see this, it's really long and it looks like this. These are the longest ones. So this is actually a liverwort that we found, and it's growing on top of another type of moss right here, which could be something different. Wow, there's even this one here that's called a hard scale liverwort that looks very small. Yeah, there's hundreds of them though. Hundreds of different kinds. So if you have a book that you can identify them, it might take you a little while to look up, but it's kind of fun to do. Oh yeah, we gotta check this out over here, Nathan.
Oh, what's that?
How do you know how old a tree is, you guys?
Good question.
How do you know? A tree grows a little bit wider each year. Let's take a look here. So we've come over here and it looks like there's an actual tree in here, and it says this is Stewart's tree. This is a cross section of a Douglas fir, and it grew as seedling shipped from Shelbourne Street Nursery in Victoria for the purpose of starting a tree nursery in Green Timbers. It was planted by Edward Walmsley, Federal Crown Timber Agent. Okay, so it says it's a 68-year-old diary. So the way that you figure out how old the tree is you count the rings. Wow, okay, so you count for each year. You can see it reveals the type of summer it had, the spring, the temperature, the amount of rainfall, because on the really thick years, it grew a lot. So it had a lot of sun and a lot of water, but if there was a drought, it's not gonna grow as wide. So we can take a look here, and it says, hey, here's the layer of the outer bark, relates to the moisture and the temperature and the protection from the insects. The inner bark are the short layers of the trunk, which pass the food through the tree. And when it dies, it becomes part of the outer bark. So this is the outer bark here, and the inner bark here is where you start counting. Can you start counting here with me?
Yeah.
Start on the outer one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38,
I can hear you guys.
39,
Count
40,
louder.
41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66 is what I counted. It says it was 68, so I definitely missed at least 2 on this tree, but
That's
that wasn't
okay.
so bad.
Yeah, that's like a good score.
68,
Wow.
that's older than me.
So,
Yeah.
things that happened during the...
Oh wow, so it says significant dates that happened. So this tree lived through the Second World War, the Korean conflict in 1950 to 53. The commemorative planting at Green Timbers was 1990 to Six. Okay, and in 1993, Surrey incorporated as a city. Wow.
Okay, wow, so many.
So the trees have been around a lot longer than us.
Mhm.
So it's important to respect the trees and take care of the trees because they are our elders.
Mhm.
They will maybe be around after we pass. So we have to think when we're taking care of things like recycling and taking care of our garbage that we create a clean environment for those trees to survive,
Mhm.
for the future generations to enjoy. Because what is the main thing that the tree does for us, you guys? What does it do? What does the leaves or the needles do for us? You guys know that the trees are breathing in carbon monoxide that we breathe out, and they breathe out oxygen, which we breathe in.
Wow.
So if we don't have a lot of trees, the amount of pollution and carbon dioxide becomes very poisonous to us. So we need the trees to keep the air clean, right?
Yes.
That's why they're so important these days.
Mm-hmm.
Even whole cities in like Japan and China, they're now putting and planting lots of trees, even on top of their buildings and
Yeah.
creating parks because they realize how important the trees are to keep our air clean.
Mm-hmm. And I heard that putting plants inside your home is also a good thing for
Yeah.
the air quality.
Yeah, I think having plants inside your home, we live in cities and we live in these concrete jungles, but our ancestors never did. They all lived on the land here, right? And they're used to being around plants. So yeah, it is a good idea to try and have house plants. Maybe that would improve the quality of your air inside your house. And also cracking open the window and getting fresh air.
Oh yeah.
Not just keeping the windows shut all winter.
Yeah.
Because it's cold.
Yeah. True.
It's allowing some of the fresh air back in.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I forget to do that, and
Ooh, look at these.
oh, interesting, new ones.
Look at that.
Are there mushrooms?
What is that growing on there? Ooh, I think it's this is a kind of fungus that grows on dead trees. Now you can notice that it's kind of orange and it has these little rings and kind of yellow on the outside. They call that turkey tail because it kind of looks like the tail of the turkey. But yeah, so the job of this fungus is to break down this tree back into the soil. So it has these micromycelium that live inside the trees, which are the roots of that fungus,
break it down.
and they break it down. And so do the bugs and everything else in there, but these fungus have a very important job because the cycle of life is birth,
Mm-hmm.
death, and then rebirth again.
Mm-hmm.
So this tree has died, but it's being rebirthed back into the soil. All the nutrients are going back
Mm-hmm.
into the soil now.
Yeah. And this
So
one, what is
important.
this I'm seeing? Is this like a kind of fungus as well?
Yeah, so that jelly kind of thing, I have seen something like that before. It is a different kind of fungus, and what happens sometimes is things in the fall might be like bright orange or something, but then over the winter they start to disintegrate and look more like jello like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually did leave my mushroom book at home. I didn't bring it today, or I could probably look that up, but it is a kind of fungus.
Okay. Nice.
All of these things are hard at work reorganizing all the nutrients back into the soil so that the live trees can make use